Hi everybody, in response to some of the viewers asking me about my Cadillac coming out the wall, I just wanted to do this short video just explaining where I got it from, who I got it from and how I made it and put it into the wall. So here we go then. I was in the scrapyard and we see this in the hedge right at the very back. It was an old scrapyard and it had shut down, so we traced the owner and we managed to get talking to him, and he wouldn't sell it to us because he said it was going to be renovated and it was in the condition that could be renovated, so nightmare. But we wanted the car, so we said, look, can we just pull it out and just have a look at it because we might renovate it. So the guy pulled it out with his tractor for us. We had to pay him, mind you, but he did pull it out. So it come out and it was really rotten as a pear. All the front was gone, but the main shape was there. But not only that, when it got pulled out of the brambles and all that, it was a limousine as well. So unbelievable thing. So it's such a big thing to buy. I didn't really want to buy the whole thing. So in the end, I'd done the deal that I bought the front end off him. It had a 7-litre V8 in it. He took that out, and I think he sold that. He took all the back end, stripped it down and scrapped the rest of it, but he kept all the lights and all this sort of stuff. So anyway, we ended up with what you can see there. I went up the scrapyard and just literally cut the whole front off with the angle grinder. So I cut down this angle here, so it was ready to go on the wall and come out at the right angle. I cut down the wings, cut down the wheels, just everything was cut down, ready to bring home. Then we dismantled it all, took the bumper, the front panel off, but the bumper alone, to lift it, it was like weight training. It weighs a ton, you know, so hence those very juicy things and needed a big V8 to pull them. So we got it home, all in bits, and the first thing I've done, I built a frame up for it so that we could fit all the panels to the frame as if it was on the actual car. The frame is on wheels, so that is wheelable. Because obviously being built out there, we had to get it in and no one could carry it, not through small doors and things, so it wheels. We built that up, rebuilt the panels onto the frame, and then we just started doing the body. It was actually rotten and it took a couple of weeks just doing the body work on it. And as you can see, we sprayed it with the flames and stuff, so it looks pretty cool now. It's lacquered. Obviously I've put lights in it that glow blue at night, so I just want to show you in a bit more detail now, so I'm going to turn the camera around and just whiz round it. So there it is, there's the lights, there's the beautiful Cadillac badge, pride of place on the front of the bonnet. I managed to find this lady off eBay. I thought it really looked good on it, so I bought that, and it sits there proudly in the games room. So the paint, it was just that I laid a black on it after all the bodywork, and then I put a metallic lacquer on it. I don't know if you can actually see that it's got a coloured shine in it. I mean, it's never been out in the sun, but you can just catch it there. It's like got greens and reds and yellows in there. So the paint's pretty cool on it. I put a few little bits of flame working out. And obviously there's the flames that are on the top of it. Then coming round, so there we had the wheel. Again, we cut the whole back of the tyre off with the big angle grinder when we was at the scrapyard. Brought that back, so it actually looks like it's coming out of the wall. Bricks around the edge, so it looks like they fell out where it smashed through the wall. We managed to get an original Florida number plate from a friend off of his truck. More bricks. This is all held on the frame, obviously, as I said. So the way I got this looking like it's coming out of the wall was simply like this. I knocked a hole in the wall, in the plastic wall, and then behind that there's the bricks or the blocks, depending on how the house is built. And once this plasterboard was chipped off and thrown on the floor, I had the sort of a circular hole through the plasterboard which went back into the wall behind it. So I probably had probably 3 inches maybe, but that was still 3 inches that allowed me to get this 3 inches into the wall without actually touching the brickwork at all. So we got it in there, and then I realised to make it look more realistic, I took bricks, bought a load of bricks, and as you can see, I put them in there and they look like they're going right back into the wall, but I cut them. I cut slivers down the bricks. So for instance, this one here, it's full size, sorry, let me look at it. So this one here is full size there, but it's a sliver there, but it doesn't look like it. So the eye thinks it goes as deep as that, you see. So that looks like that's a full brick, but it's not, because look, if I put my finger in there, I'm touching the wall behind. Same as this one, this is not a full brick in there. So again, this brick here, that looks real because it's nearly a whole brick, but I probably have taken a sliver down there, you see, because in there, that's the wall. I'm touching the wall there, but it does look like it's a full brick. Let's come around here, you can see it better. So this one here, it's bent out where the cars come through it, but you can see there's the wall there. There's the wall there as well, but as long as it's black, you lose the wall, you know? So all this, they're all cut to slivers. And then I realised that all these shards of plasterboard, which are on the floor ready to be thrown away, what a great idea it would be if I put a bit of bonding plaster, which is this brown stuff here, and then just put these on again, because they look like they've broken out the wall, you see. So I picked a load of the stuff up off the floor and just put them on with bonding stuck on into the wall, you see. So they look again like they're broken out. Then obviously painted them. Look, it's even got the little bits of wallpaper, you know, and some of it's still stuck on the bricks, which I obviously done, stuck some of it on the bricks. But it looks really realistic. There's the wall, but it doesn't look like it's the wall because it tricks the eye. Just take you around. So there's under every brick there's 2 screws in there supporting the brick before we put the mortar in. We have it here. You see where the plasterboard broke away, torn wallpaper, and really realistic. Then we just put a load of family memorabilia around it. Picture of my racing car at Silverstone. These come off my pickup truck off the bed when I changed it, but they look quite nice. They really highlight the TV in the middle. Again, just memorabilia. The iconic Scarface poster. Family, friends. There it is. And I love it. I think it took me a month, probably a month and a half to do though. Let me just take you over here and I'll show you. That's an actual original poster from the day, 1971 poster of what the car used to look like. I've got the old petrol pump there. It's really nice. It's quite a thing to have in the wall. And I think cost-wise, I think I paid £200-300 for the car, the bits of the car. Probably materials, a couple of £100. So that's all really. It's just a month's labour and work, you know, rubbing it down and painting it, but it's come out well. So there we have it, guys. If you like it, subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see more from us. See you later.